Danger has many faces. It can be quick and sudden, or slow and methodical. Either way, dangerous situations can pose a real problem to our mental and physical well-being. If you ever find yourself near these, consider yourself warned, because these are 10 of the most dangerous things throughout the world. Number 1. The Devil's Nose Train, located in Riobamba, Ecuador. Would you dare ride a train legend to spark true terror in everyone on board? This exotic railway is breath-haunting, as it offers unique views riding along jagged terrain. The Devil's Nose Train is part of the Trans-Andean Railway, built between 1872 and 1905. This incredible feat of railroad engineering has faced a lot of hardships. An estimated 4,000 workers of the bravest of skilled laborers of the time, sourcing from Jamaica to Puerto Rico, came in to help build the milestone. Nearing its completion, around 2,000 workers had already died directly from the dangerous Andes landscapes. Causes ranging from unpredictable landslides to indirect sicknesses provided by the rural area they had set out to conquer. Throughout construction, it didn't seem like they would be able to complete the railroad due to the depths and disaster of the Devil's Nose. However, they managed to complete this wonder of engineering, connecting the country of Ecuador from the Andes Mountains to the coastside. Nowadays, parts of the railroad are no longer in order, except the main route that was fixed up so people can still experience the spectacular feat of engineering and ride the Andean train themselves. Number 2. The Princess Juliana International Airport in the island of St. Martin. This airport will blow you away, quite literally. Located in the Caribbean island of St. Martin, the Princess Juliana International Airport runway makes its home by a lovely beach that is frequented by tourists. One doesn't need to be a safety professional to realize that this is a major cause for concern. Planes as gargantuan as a double-decker 747 zoom in from the skies. Whether it be an arrival or a departure, an abundance of beachgoers are ready to watch the show while trying to keep their balance. There are many videos of people being flung by the massive force created by the turbines, and at times, the planes almost seem close enough to touch. In 2017, a 57-year-old woman was along the fence watching the show. When in came along a Boeing 737, the force from the takeoff caused her to get knocked down, and the head injuries that followed caused her to die. It may be an incredible sight to behold, but definitely one that is better observed at a distance. Number 3. Verut in Schlitterbahn Water Park, Kansas City, Kansas. When going to a water park, people expect a whole world of splashing thrills and a sunny day of pure enjoyment. However, the Verut, meaning insane in German, water slide in Schlitterbahn Water Park is a ride that one may not want to sit through. At a height of around 169 feet, the Verut was hailed as the tallest water slide in the world. While on the ride, people would go through a 17-story chute and reach a speed of up to 79 miles per hour. Famous for being taller than the Niagara Falls, crowdsourcing adrenaline junkies around the world to attempt the most daring of rides. Every now and then, however, danger may transform into tragedy. In 2016, a 10-year-old boy found himself on the ride which, sadly but allegedly, the raft he rode upon had established so much momentum that it had caused it to go airborne at times. Tragedy struck in one of those unfortunate moments. While airborne, the 10-year-old had struck a metal pole, completely decapitating the poor adolescent. A horrendous image to be connected to this once touted water slide. Number 4. Asian Giant Hornets. In this world, there are plenty of creepy crawlies that we, as humans, well, I know me for sure, usually look to be cautious of. One might think of scorpions, or maybe even mosquitoes, with their long list of diseases they may carry. However, number 4 is a bit more daunting, as it's called the Asian giant hornet, suitably nicknamed murder hornets. These terrifying buggers have started to become a true pest. Not only are they known for their frightening sting, which has been compared to a scorching hot needle, but they have the ferocity to match. Due to the hornet's aggressiveness, they tend to attack ferociously in groups, and they do not discriminate. The hornets have been known to annihilate whole hives of bees, with many reports stating that they leave a sea of bee carcasses without heads in their wake. Even humans need to stay cautionary. A series of murder hornet stings can be as bad as a bite from a venomous snake. For us, it's better to pray that these sinister hornets keep to themselves. Number 5. Action Park. Action Park is mostly focused on water-type attractions, and some rides were not exactly tested in the ways that one would call professional. The Cannonball Loop, for example, an enclosed slide with a tight loop that clearly didn't consider size, weight, and the amount of speed one needs in order to complete the loop. A rumor even went around claiming the owner used a dummy for a test run, and the dummy came out decapitated. However, the owner decided to go ahead and open up the slide anyways. To no one's surprise, this resulted in an abundance of reported injuries. Action Park had no shortage of these precarious rides, such as the freshwater tidal wave pool, nicknamed the Grave Pool, and the Alpine Slide, where people rode on a wheeled device down a cement fiberglass slide. That sounds like a recipe for disaster. Due to all their oversight, it is no surprise that they received the nickname Class Action Park, and even had a documentary made that explored the dangers of this controversial park. Number 6. Ishima Ohashi Bridge. Driving around a big hunk of metal on 4 wheels isn't exactly the safest to begin with, as so many people lose their lives every day to automobile accidents. Ishima Ohashi Bridge is an extremely tall and steep structure, fittingly nicknamed the Roller Coaster Bridge. It stands at 44 meters tall, making it one of the highest water passes in the world. The steep descending ends of the bridge definitely make for a thrilling ride. Architects built this modern marvel for the easy access and ability for large cargo ships to sail smoothly underneath. Undoubtedly saving sailors time, it adds extreme caution and stress to the mind of any driver making their way down this road, as pileups have been a common occurrence over the years. Number 7. Nika Crystal Cave in Mexico. This cave is a breathtaking natural wonder that hails from the mountains near Nika, Mexico. Discovered in 2000 by rural miners, this magnificent cave consisted of many large crystals formed together, hailing similarities between Superman's fabled Fortress of Solitude. As majestic and spectacular as it may seem, it is quite dangerous to stay for long, as it's practically uninhabitable, with temperatures constantly ranging between 120 to 150 degrees Fahrenheit, with the humidity level reaching nearly 100%. Definitely a sight to behold, with extreme caution, as prolonged exposure has led to heat stroke and extreme dehydration. Number 8. North Sentinel Island, Andaman Islands. Usually, going to the beach on a lovely island sounds like a great time. Soak in the sun, feel the sand between your toes, and splash around in the swelling waves. However, scenarios on this island tend to play out differently when one comes face to face with the local inhabitants, known to be extremely aggressive and wielding bows and arrows to ward off visitors. Even the government of India has heavily restricted visits to this island, as crossing paths with the local native Sentinelese has surely led to a few tourist demise. They're infamously known to not tolerate any outsiders and attack on sight. Unfortunately, this was made abundantly clear even recently, when a 26-year-old American on a missionary trip had kayaked down the remote island, turning up several weeks later, deceased and covered in arrow remains and deep cuts. one must abstain from going to this tropical paradise. They will surely face some deadly consequences. Number 9. Gravity Max. In the world of roller coasters, there are many showcases of incredible feats of engineering, but none come close to the wonder that is the Gravity Max. Found in Lipao Land, an amusement park in Taiwan, the Gravity Max possesses the first roller coaster with a tilt section. It starts by going to the top like any other coaster. You get to the top and, well, this is where things get interesting. The platform starts to tilt forward and will then come to a halt when completely vertical, which will soon plummet with the full support of gravity, creating quite a fright. In July 2020, people feared the worst when the Gravity Max ended up getting stuck with 20 passengers on it. Videos and photos show that they got stuck while going through the tilting process. One can only imagine how anxious the riders must have been. Luckily, reports stated that a sensor on the coaster detected an abnormality and was the cause for the event, and they were able to escort all passengers safely off the roller coaster, emphasizing the unique and dangerous concept of the Gravity Max. Number 10. Hippos. Hippos are the third largest land mammals in the world, with many hippos growing to be 10 to 16 feet long and around 5 feet tall. A female hippo on average may weigh around 3,000 pounds, with male hippos weighing up to 9,200 pounds. In case you couldn't tell, hippos are extremely hefty, and they got the aggression to match. They will attack anything near it when aggravated. According to a BBC report, hippos have been connected to the deaths of around 500 people per year in Africa. A mad hippo is so dangerously aggressive that they have even been reported to attack their young hippos during their fits of rage, landing hippos as number 10 on the list, and undoubtedly the most dangerous animal in the world. Wow! Did you catch that? Make sure to click subscribe and turn on your notifications so you can catch our next week's piece of exciting activities happening around the world. Hidden news, massive current events, and fun to know facts that will expand your thinking and surprise you.